Ah ha ha! Here we go.
Hi everybody, today's focus, I'm going to conduct some
So does bacteria grow on bathroom walls when flushed with lid up or down?
bacteria testing on the walls of my bathroom to see should we be flushing the toilet with the lid up or down.
Whoa,
Up
what was that sign?
or down.
Please flush with the lid closed. Testing zone. Dang, this lady!
One of my Patreon members, Kayla,
I don't think
had
she used
DM'd
music
me,
like that
and
in
we
the
were
other
going
video.
back and forth about cleaning the walls in the bathroom and how far does bacteria spread when you're flushing a toilet. I know there are a couple of videos out there that use like a black light to show like the spray of a toilet when being flushed, but I haven't found any that show whether or not there's actually bacteria growing on your walls or surfaces in your bathroom due to flushing the toilet with the lid up. So with this conversation with my Patreon member Kayla, we came up with a way to test how far the bacteria does spread when flushing a toilet, or if there's even a difference between leaving the lid up and leaving the lid down. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with a clean toilet. I'm going to use a Clorox cleaning wand to clean the toilet because the amount of cleaner is pre-measured out, so there's no user error at all when I'm doing a test with the toilet lid up and the toilet lid down. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the walls in my bathroom. I'm going to use the 7th generation disinfecting wipes. Now I'm choosing to use these because these wipes performed very well in my bathroom when I conducted the test on it previously. I'll put a link in the description for that video. Then
Interesting.
I'm going to mark out
I gotta say, I think 7th generation is like one of those brands that a lot of woo-woo type people like. And or like, oh, I'm like environmentally conscious, blah blah blah. When you know they actually aren't. They're just buying the products that are marketed to them. You know what I mean? Um, but I've had mixed things with 7th generation. Particularly, I think they have a detergent. Pretty sure the detergent, man, my skin would react to it, and I didn't think I had allergies my entire life until I used this 7th generation detergent. Um, But otherwise, you know, all the other products that I have used, which is generally like for surface cleaning stuff, it's been fine. I mean, I've never tested how effective they were, but I just assumed they work. But anyway, my 2 cents.
that video. Then I'm going to mark out various areas in my bathroom where I'm going to swab and see if bacteria is growing. So we'll do a swab right after cleaning. About a week later, making sure that everyone in my family flushes with the lid down. Then I'll clean the walls again using the 7th generation disinfecting wipes. Then instruct everyone in my family to flush with the toilet lid up for about a week.
Gross.
Swab
Stinky.
those walls again and compare the
Uh-oh.
bacterial
Stinky.
growth between flushing with the toilet lid down and flushing with the toilet lid up. This one ought to be interesting. Let's see which is better for your bathroom, flushing with the lid up or flushing with the lid down.
Undeniably. Lid down just for the smell alone. I'm like imagining this lady doesn't actually like doing all this cleaning stuff, but she's like, you know what? I can turn this into a YouTube video and it'll get me to clean my house. This is genius. She has a section for control on there, but I don't know what would be the control in this case.
results after cleaning the wall before we started any testing. So near the vanity and near the mirror, there was no bacteria growing on the walls.
Nice.
The wall with the toilet paper roll, no bacteria growing. And behind the toilet and the wall next to the toilet has no bacteria growing. So this is great. This is exactly what we want. We want clean walls with no bacteria growing on them as we start this test.
So this is after 1 week of lid down? What about 1 week without even using the bathroom? What about that? I guess you don't need that. Just compare the two
toilet lid down
things.
For 1 week. So near the vanity, we have no bacteria growth, but near the mirror, we have one small bacterial colony. The wall with the toilet paper had no bacteria growing. The wall above the towel rack had one bacterial colony growing. And behind the toilet and the wall next to the toilet both had no bacteria growing. So 1 week of flushing with the lid down produced just 2 spots with only had one bacterial colony growing.
I'm waiting for the exciting climax here. I hope it's not like, anticlimactic. But it'd be nice also though if it was, because it's like, oh, okay, that's nice. Nice to know. Oh, week 2 lid down. Okay, I thought she already moved on to
with the
open.
lid down the second week. So near the vanity, we had one bacterial colony growing. Near the mirror, we had no bacteria growing. The wall with the toilet paper had about 6 small bacterial colonies growing on it, and the wall above the towel rack had nothing. Behind the toilet, we have 1 bacterial colony, and the wall next to the toilet had 2 bacterial colonies. So after 2 weeks of flushing with the toilet lid down, we have some bacterial growth on the walls. I don't believe that this is a significant amount. It's just 1 or 2 colonies here or there. The only one that stood out as having more bacteria than the others was the wall where the toilet paper is. Now I'm going to clean the walls, resample the walls, and start the cycle again, but this time the family is going to flush with the toilet lid up.
Alright, so there is going to be some... I don't know how much she needs to detect for it to really be significant. I imagine this is like one of those things you got to really do multiple times to see how it turns out. But, a single experiment's fun. Because after the week 1, there was a single bacterial colony on the next to the mirror, but there were none after week 2. So it's like, well, we know that there is bacteria there. She just didn't happen to pick it up when she was swabbing on that second week, right? And that could be happening in all of them. This lady's amazing, dude. We're watching her clean her toilet. What great content! Oh, sheesh. Please flush with the lid open. That's gross, dude. All
Now
right.
for the results after cleaning the walls before we started the second experiment. Near the vanity and near the mirror, both have no bacteria growing. The wall with the toilet paper and above the towel rack also have no bacteria growth. And behind the toilet and the wall next to the toilet have no bacterial growth. So this is good.
Okay.
We're starting with the baseline of no bacteria on the walls as we start our testing, flushing with the toilet lid up.
Like, what is everybody eating from day to day, from week to week? What if they ate all their Taco Bell on the lid open week? You know, some potential differences here. They ate super healthy, in the other weeks.
Week 1, flushing with the lid up, near the vanity and near the mirror, both have no bacteria growing. The wall by the toilet paper as well as above the towel rack both have no bacteria growing there. Behind the toilet had no bacterial growth, however the wall next to the toilet had 4 small bacterial colonies. So after
Huh.
week 1 with the lid up, the only wall that I sampled that had any bacterial growth was the wall next to the toilet.
Okay. Okay. La toalla.
Taco Bell's Lux Cravings boxes take you
What
on
the?
luxuriate with
What the?
be transported with the $7 box or encounter
How are they gonna?
$9 box like the cheese.
What the heck?
Choose your Lux Cravings box only at Taco Bell.
How are they gonna do that? Huh? My YouTube's listening to me. Wow. Wow.
Results for flushing with the lid up, week 2. So near the vanity, we have 2 bacterial colonies, and near the mirror, we had none. The wall above the toilet paper, we have 3 bacterial colonies. In the wall above the towel rack, we have 1. The wall behind the toilet has 2 bacterial colonies, and the wall next to the toilet also has 2 bacterial colonies. So these really weren't the kind of results that I was expecting. I made a chart so we can look at all of the results together. What was really good is after cleaning, all of the samples had no bacterial growth. So that's a really good thing. So we know that we were starting fresh with nothing on the walls. The area in which we had the most bacterial growth was the wall that the toilet paper is on week 2 of flushing with the lid down. But we did see in week 2 of flushing with the lid up, all but one of the areas had bacterial growth. In looking at these results, I do not see a huge difference among the bacterial growth between flushing with the lid up and flushing with the lid down. I do want to note that I only cleaned my toilet before the start of each experiment. I did not clean my toilet bowl during the weeks that I was testing. Is it possible that my toilet was just too clean and didn't spray out a lot of bacteria? Maybe, but I would think after 2 weeks of not cleaning the toilet bowl, there would be some bacteria floating around in there. Although these results are a little disappointing to me because I really expected to see a ton of bacterial growth on the weeks with the toilet lid being flushed up, I feel better knowing that I wasn't spraying my bathroom with tons of bacteria. I do feel it's best practice to flush with the toilet lid down because we have seen in other people's videos where they use the black light where you can see the spray of water being moved throughout a bathroom when you flush. This was an interesting experiment to conduct, and thank you, Kayla, for suggesting that I do this. So what do you do in your home? Do you flush with the toilet lid up or down? Put it in the comment section, I'd like to know. I enjoyed seeing how much bacteria was in the walls in the bathroom, but what I really love doing is testing products to see if their claims match my real-world results. So check out my other videos if you're interested in seeing how well common household cleaners remove bacteria in various areas around the home. Thank you.
Very nice video. Yeah, I'm disappointed too. And I think I'm one of the few people that I know that closes the lid. Because it's like even when you're just not using the bathroom for the lid to be closed. Because it's like one of the huge reasons I think why public restrooms are so stinky is because there is no lid. And so, over time, whatever is in that toilet is just evaporating straight into the walls. Anyway, this lady's got a field of focus. She's got a lot of really neat experiments. Very cool channel. Check her out. Check out her stuff, and maybe recommend me some to check out. I actually want to check that one out, but maybe not today. Let me go ahead and just save to bam. Anyway, that's it for now.